Alright, I wanted to make a little video on this amplifier I got in for repair. It's a Gibson, and yeah, I already got it out of the box. I always do that. I get something to work on and I start tearing it apart, and then I start thinking, oh, I should make a video on this. But anyway, it's a Gibson Skylark GA-5T. T's for tremolo, I would imagine. It's in pretty good shape. A little dirty, but it's got filter cap trouble. You plug it in and turn it on, and it just hums like mad dog. So I got a can cap here for it that I'm gonna put in, brand new from Flip Tops. I don't know if anybody knows about that, but the cabinet's in good shape. Has a little Gibson speaker in there. It's missing its foot switch. That's kind of a bummer, but oh well. It's got the original handle, it looks like. And the front's not too bad either. Actually, a little stain there. Probably from a beer. The Tolex or whatever is not all ripped up. Nobody's been painting on it or anything, I don't think. It's in pretty good shape for how old an amplifier it is. Kind of surprised even came across an amplifier like this where I live, because I live in kind of a rural area. I'm not in a big city or anything, so I gotta order everything. I can't run down to my local Los Angeles electronics store. No such thing in where I live. It's a pretty cool little amp. So it's got 6BQ5 power tubes that I'm messing up apparently. This one's a realistic lifetime. Better get that in the camera view. I haven't heard good things about realistic tubes. Radio Shack, I guess. I don't know what this one is. Oh, it's the same thing. Let's see. This little guy here. This is a Hammond. That's probably a pretty good tube. 6C4. And well, this is a, oh, I can see it on there, but just barely. I got to get under the microphone or the magnifying glass. This is a, well, I can't read it. I'll have to get on this schematic and look. It's an old RCA for sure. Let's see if I can get it in the camera view here. Where are you? There you are. Pardon my photography. I'm not very good at it. So whatever the tube type is, it's an old RCA. Probably pretty good. Looks like the original power transformer, original output transformer. This little guy may have been replaced. I don't know, I can't. It's riveted in. It's got the right kind of numbers on it. It's a little shinier than the other ones. I don't know. Questionable on that. That's where the foot switch goes. Alright, well, I'm back to this Gibson amp. And I just wanted to show how I mounted the new can in there. Oh, my lighting's not too good. Got that bracket in there. And I only had to drill one hole. Not even that far off, actually. So that's nice. And that mounted in there really great, actually. And stole that mounting bracket out of an old radio chassis, out of the junk pile, you know. So sometimes it's good to have the junk pile laying around. You never know when you might need something. That came off an old radio chassis, like I said, with the paper cap was mounted on there, and I just took it off and untwisted the little grounds here, and pulled it off, and it slid right on. It's like a perfect fit. So I was really happy about that, and it is solid. I can pick up the whole amp with that. So we're good. My son's calling me. So anyway, back to this. Let me get my pointer. My son was calling me because he actually found a schematic for it, which I was having trouble finding one. But my son found the correct one. And that's it. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Keep clicking off. I can enlarge it a little bit. But it kind of tells you the transformer numbers, and it's the right schematic for 6BQ5s. So apparently it's a 1965 white panel with tremolo. Has two 6BQ5s, one 6C4, and a 6EU7, and that's exactly what those tubes that I pulled out of it are. And so I hope the purists are okay with the way I mounted that, I guess. I don't know why I would care, but I think it's a good solid, you know, it ain't going nowhere. So someone's been in here before, because this resistor here, if I can, I can't see what I'm doing. This resistor right here has been replaced, and I don't like the way they do that. They J-hook it in there. I guess it was a quick fix or something. And I just nipped these old filter caps out, but I'll put all new wires because the wire wouldn't stretch over to the new can. There's an electrolytic down there, and I don't know what value it is yet. I haven't studied the schematic very much. And a couple of electrolytics over here. I'll probably replace that. That's a 2-watt 100K, which works just fine, but I'll see if I have a carbon comp to put in there that would be, you know, more attractive, I guess. That one works fine, I would imagine. Hope I'm filming this correctly. So I'm not looking at my screen, I'm looking down in the amp. And then get rid of this thing. Put a 3-wire cord in. The guy wants a 3-wire cord, which is probably a good idea. Anyway, Pretty cool little amp. Got my magnifying glass so I can actually read, because I'm as blind as a god dang bat anymore. Alright, I think I'll stop there, and when I edit this video, it's going to be a mishmash. Alright. Well, I went and replaced this cap, the can cap. Get my pointer going right here. The can cap. And I replaced this resistor here. This one was okay, it's still in spec. Replaced that one. And got her all wired up. I tried it out, put the tubes back in, tried it out, hooked it up to the old guitar there, and through my limiter and variac, and it played. It worked. The hum was gone. The light is kind of a little bit iffy, but it still works. I had to tap on it a little bit. But now I got to go through and do some of this other stuff. Where's my pointer? Gotta replace that capacitor there. And this one here. In the power, I got to do this one here. I don't know if you can see that. Down there, has the plus sign on it. Got to figure that one out. And everything worked, so I didn't hear the tremolo very good. I didn't try it out real strong, but I didn't hear it when I turned on the knobs. Seems like it was real faint, and that might be a case of capacitors, maybe. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to use this thing, this transformer, for doing that, making that tremolo work. So we'll have to dig into that. We determined by the numbers on the schematic that it's an original transformer, so gotta figure out what's going on with it. Might be a case that some of these caps are weak or something like that. But anyway, there she is. Alright, I'm doing another segment on this little Gibson amplifier. I got it set up here vertically so I can got it hooked up to the speaker and turn it on. This is just my signal generator cord. So I replaced this capacitor here, and one here, electrolytics. I got rid of the death cap and installed a 3-wire power cord. And went through and checked some of the resistors. The only all the ones on the board seem to be okay. There was one or two that were kind of questionable, but I let them live, and maybe we'll replace those at a different time. Cleaned the pots so it's not so scratchy. Volume there, you can hear that, and treble, bass is all the way up. And the tremolo works now. It's like it don't kick in until you get to about 7 and 8. Then it starts kicking in. At 5, it's like, it's pretty low. You can barely even hear it. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera or not. And I didn't really look into that too much. The frequency is what they got on the front panel here. It's just a speed adjust. But everything seems to be working okay. Didn't get the magic smoke or anything. So once I got it all, I still got to clean it up, get these knobs off, clean up the panel, and, you know, kind of vacuum it out, get some of that old cruddy dust out of there, and the cabinet too. Sorry for leaving the tone on. And I just kind of clean it up, put it back together, and plug a guitar. I've already had a guitar plugged into it. It sounds okay. It's really clean. I'd say it's even more clean than a Fender Champ. But yeah, get it all back together, and then I'll make a video of the playing the guitar through it, I guess, and she should be all wrapped up. I haven't poked around with my poker too much, but seems like everything's holding up solid. It's got those realistic tubes in it, which I'm not real fond of. I don't think they're very good tubes, but who knows. See if I can get it to stand like it was. There it goes. Alright, well, that'll do it for this little segment, and next time it'll be all back together, I believe. Alright, bye. Alright, I'm going to make this the last little segment on the Gibson amplifier. Gibson Skylark GA-5T. Guess it's called a white panel. But I got her all wrapped up. Let's see. I'm not going to be able to play anything because I'm running the camera, but beat on the guitar string for a sec. Got it up to about 2, I guess. Pretty close though, so. Bass works. Treble works. Tremolo's working. That's about it. Not too bad. A little buzzy from the light, of course, but cleaned up the faceplate best I could. Of course, it's 56 years old, so did what I could with it. Surprising, the grill cloth is still quite nice. Let's flip it around. Wish I had the foot switch. See those crappy power tubes in there. I don't care for Realistic brand, sorry. Maybe they're made by somebody good, but they're just branded Realistic. I can't do it. And anyway, wrap that up. And that's it. Thanks for watching if you watched my little crappy video here. And stay tuned for more. Thanks. Bye.